And we're like, you know what, we talk about challenges among other things that we plan to talk about. This is one of the first few episodes of shooting. I think this is the first episode.
It is the first one.
So it's the first episode we're shooting. So we're still a bit rusty to try to get into the game. And hopefully we get better along the way. Yeah. There's going to be a lot of spoilers because literally we talk about.
Oh, yeah.
It's not a film review. We're not telling you what films to watch and what films to not watch.
Yeah.
We're only discussing our ideas about the film. This is what typical Friday nights looks like.
Yeah. So basically just talking about like what we like about the films, what we don't like.
Yeah.
You know, and also like discussing like, you know, what I see within the movie and then what he sees within the movie. Sometimes, you know, it's quite similar. Sometimes it is different.
That's one thing we do really well. The characters' choices, or what they did, the director's choices, the production design. Just try to talk about as much as possible. And we usually have a full on noise conversation. However, you know, we can always we can make this into something a little bit more than just a Friday night.
Yeah.
Our typical Friday night is over fish and wine. Literally, the only thing that's missing in this video right now is fish. And we're just talking about the
fish, wine, and plantain.
Or sometimes fried yam.
Or fried yam, yeah.
Or what's it called? Fries.
Fries, yeah.
Basically. So, or rice.
Or rice, yeah.
Depending on what the day is like. Yeah. So, I'm just going to read out the context now. Challenges is a romantic sports drama by a love triangle. At the center of the film are Patrick and Hart, best bros for life. So close that Patrick taught Art how to jerk off. They both love tennis and they have a passion for playing it. They usually love different girls and on rare occasions, the same girl. Cute Tashi, a vibrant, talented, and hotly charming player who doesn't just mark their passion for tennis, but surpasses it. On Tashi's first encounter with Patrick and Hart, Tashi immediately knows they are both working overtime to be with her. Being Tashi, she makes a game of it.
I will be watching a match tomorrow. Whoever wins can have my number.
Art reminds Patrick of a promise to let him win, but Patrick responds,
"That was a lifetime ago."
Patrick ends up with Tashi, but things get complicated when Art and Tashi both land at Stanford. Patrick speaks with Hart and notices Hart is trying to be with Tashi, but he doesn't mind. He understands.
Honestly, I'm proud of you. I've been doing the same thing.
Tashi suffers a career-ending injury after a heated argument to Patrick, and their relationship spirals. Enter Art, a big, gigantic shoulder to cry on. Tashi would go on to resent Patrick. Patrick and Hart would resent each other, and Hart and Tashi would end up together. Art would eventually have a successful career that starts to fall off at some point. Challenges dives deep into Art's rise and fall in tennis, more of a fall, to be very honest. Tashi's determination to revive his career, and at the center of all this, Patrick. What do you think about Challenges?
Challenges for me was a really, really good movie. And the start of the movie, when they were playing tennis, Art and Patrick, and the score, and having Tashi in the middle. That was really, really good because all you can was pow, pow.
Yeah, the first shot was really good, and it was a literal love triangle from the beginning. You could tell what you were going to see. She was in the middle of both of them.
Yeah, she was.
And the other shot, they were zooming into her face, and the other back and
I didn't see love triangle.
You didn't see that when you saw that
at the start.
Yeah.
All I was thinking in my mind is, oh, who is this girl? Because if there's always like two people playing tennis against each other.
Yeah.
You know, so why is this girl in the middle? What's going on?
I saw love triangle because in the trailer.
Oh, I was gonna say you see the trailer.
They marketed the trailer as an erotic tennis film, as an erotic sports film. Do you get? So he had Zendaya between what's it called? Between Mike Faist and what's his name? And the other guy.
Yeah.
Between Mike Faist and Patrick. The guy who played Patrick. So he had Zendaya between both of them. And that was the first thing I saw. And I remember then people saying things like, being an actor must be so hard. Because I can't imagine being Tom Holland right now.
Yeah.
It's not too well that way onto that you.
I don't think so.
I think so.
Yeah.
He's short. Tom Holland is short.
How do you know his height? I don't even know. I think
because I've seen him in films. What are you on about? He's a short king. That's a short king. He's Jew looking. I get that. But he's a short king. So it was like, people say then that it was so hard being an actor.
Yeah.
Based on how Zendaya was manhandled. or manhandled.
But that's the thing though, when you watch the movie, it's not actually like that.
At all.
So
at
much
all.
to the movie.
It's not half as erotic. It is not
I
half
don't
as
think-
erotic
I
as
don't-
marketed.
I don't even think it's even up to that.
Yeah, there was nothing. There's nothing.
There was nothing.
There was the
We
there was
didn't
this
even-
scene where
yeah,
Zendaya
we
was.
didn't see a naked scene.
Yeah, the
Was
scene
that-
where Zendaya was between both of them
Yeah.
that we're gonna have sex and the boys started kissing.
Yeah, but they
Then
didn't.
there's the sex scene between Zendaya and Patrick.
Yeah, but we didn't see.
Between Tashi and
We didn't
Patrick.
see like.
No, we didn't
more
even
of it.
see
We didn't
anything, was
see
it?
yeah.
But it was
We saw the
it was
style of it.
it was hot.
Yeah, it
it
was
was
hot.
spicy.
Yeah, it was. It was
Yeah,
steamy
yes.
hot. Yeah.
It was steamy.
Yeah, it
That's
was
what
steamy.
it was nice and steamy. So they did that really well.
Yeah, they did.
But obviously, apart from the erotic part of the film, what do you think about? You know what? What do you think about Tashi as a character?
Tashi, hey. You know, like when you that meme that's the Obirin. Be careful of women. Tashi was given that vibes. I think like Tashi definitely she knows about her feminine prowess and she definitely energy. She definitely displayed that all throughout the movie.
Yeah.
She went from picking and choosing when she wants, what she wants, when she wants it, and also how she wanted it as well. And she played it. She knew her strength. She knew that okay, this is only the area that I'm actually really good at, and how can I literally
I would say she thinks that's the only area she's good at.
when I'm saying out the only area, I mean like she's very, very good in tennis.
Yeah.
And she knows that okay, so she knows that okay, in order for her to be where she needs to be, she needs to be with certain kind of people. And she needs to find a way to push them as we're along for our goal, our ultimate goal.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's why I think Tashi
I think Tashi is first off, I think Tasha is she's a powerful woman. She knows she's gorgeous, she's beautiful, she's hot, she's charming. She knows all of that. She's so conscious about that. And that speaks a lot. That helps you in life. Does that make sense? It might come off as cocky. It might affect you because you might get complacent and all that. But for the most part, she knows who she is and she's ready to use that however she needs to use it. So there is that part. She knows that herself. And secondly, she's a beautiful tennis player. And she knows that also. Now, this is what I would say is a flaw in Tasha's character. Not in terms of how it's written.
As a character,
I think Tasha is she loves to be in control.
She does.
Yeah. She's the first daughter. I don't know if she is, but she's giving first daughter energy.
First daughter vibe.
So she loves to control. She wants to have it the way she wants to have it. Yeah. And anything that breaks along the way, I don't think she cares as much.
No, she doesn't.
So she's been doing it for so long that she now feels invincible.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? And we see that in terms of how she cheated on her husband and heart back in Atlanta. And then when she needed this guy, Patrick, to lose the game, she did the same thing again. But now that's a bit of a gray line. And I'm gonna ask you about that. It's like, do you think she's doing that? Which one comes first? When she goes to Patrick and she cheats on heart with Patrick. When she goes to Patrick, for example, which one comes first? Is it the willingness to make, or is it the determination to make sure Art wins that match, or is it the obsession with Patrick?
Oh no, I don't.
Which one comes first?
I definitely I think it's to win the tennis. I don't think she has an obsession with.
Oh, she does.
The reason why I say that is because like if there was someone else that she connected with, yeah, and she knows that she could win or get the person to win the tennis match, she will do the same thing as well. I know that obviously like her and Patrick definitely have a connection in terms of like Patrick definitely seeing. Patrick sees
the true her.
Yeah.
Patrick knows that for bullshit.
Yeah, it does. It's
Patrick calls her bullshit.
Tashi, and she's not invisible.
She doesn't like the fact that this guy sees me as much as he sees me.
Do you also feel like with Patrick, she feels that she can be her total self, whereas with Art, she feels like she's his mom. Like she just cannot let herself she can't let herself down and relax.
But she wants to be the mom. You have to realize that about Tashi. She wants to be the mom, and that was why the relationship between Tashi and Patrick could never work. They are two strong characters. They both have strong masculine characters. Patrick wants to control. Patrick wants to have it his own way. Tashi wants to control. Tashi wants to have it her own way. Does that make? There was no way they were going to work out. The toxic relationship they have is the best they can get. Does that make sense? Yeah. But in the case of Art loves being mommied.
Oh,
Art loves being mommied.
Can we talk about Art now?
Art loves being mommied. Tashi loves mommying Art. Yeah. Does that make? Obviously,
to some extent, because she's quite I don't know. I kind of feel like she's also quite irritated by him as well. When she's just like, when she said like, what am I, Jesus? Like, I'm not gonna love you forever. Like, I can't love you unless you get tired. It gets tired. Like, unless you give me what I want, I'm not just gonna love you.
Yeah, it gets tiring, obviously. But she loves
she's in control.
Yeah, she loves being in control, and you could see that when she broke up with Patrick. That was the major reason why they broke up. When she was trying to fix Patrick's game.
And he was not having it.
Patrick is like, you're not trying to fix my game. I'm not your fan. I'm not your dominator.
We are peers.
We're peers. Oh my God, I love that scene.
Yeah.
You get
come down level.
We're peers. We're colleagues. I'm not your fan. I'm not your, I'm not obsessed. I don't get too fucks about you.
Yeah.
You get. And Patrick knows that about her. Art worships her. You get. And I was like, oh, yeah. Yeah, I think it said something about Art. It was like, I'm not Art. I'm not somebody you can tell to go here. I go there. I make my own rules. There was no way two characters like that were going to work out together. If you had to choose, if you had a gun to your head and you had to choose between Patrick or Hart.
Well, let's talk about the characters, the two other characters first in detail. Then we can do the choosing.
All right. What do you think about Art as a character?
Art, oh my God, Art is one sneaky motherfucker. Like literally, this dude. I remember when I was telling you, because I don't think you saw it first, and I was like, this guy is sneaky. Like, Patrick is all about bro. Like my bro, we rather die together.
Yeah.
Regardless of whatever it is, and that's all cool. Like, do you get what I mean? And even when he had this girl and everything as well, like it was still keeping that.
Yeah.
Kind of like, okay, you're my I respect you, we're coming a long way together and everything. No, I didn't. Yeah, the character Art, I don't know, didn't like him at all.
You don't gel with him?
No, I don't gel with him.
Art seems like, number one, I think Art is like a mommy's boy. I don't mean that in the general sense of what people say mommy's boy. Does not make sense. I mean a mommy's boy in terms of somebody who needs to be babied.
Yeah.
Somebody who needs to be told what to do.
Yeah, it needs reinforcement. It needs that words that, you can do this, you're great. But also it needs to also like direct him and,
he loves that. Yeah. He's a talented player, obviously. But, thinking about it, do you think Art would have achieved what he achieved in tennis without Tashi?
No, it wouldn't have.
You sure?
No, I don't think it would have. I think in last maybe like the top 5, the top 10, but I don't think he would have achieved.
Was it top 5, Seb? We don't know. We just know it was.
No, I'm just saying, for example, I'm just like putting a bit of.
I'm saying what I said in terms of what he achieved in the film, but even in the film, I don't think it was like top 5.
Yeah,
it was really.
Yeah, it was really good. No, but like it was better than what it was.
Yeah,
before.
obviously.
Yeah, so I kind of feel like Tashi definitely gave him some ginger. She pushed him, really elevated him, which is not a bad thing. When you have a partner, you want your to elevate you, vice versa. But yeah, so I don't think he would have achieved the level of success that he achieved without Tashi, and even he knew that.
Art sees Tashi as the ultimate thing.
Prize, yeah.
As the ultimate prize.
Yeah.
And he would do anything to have her. It's a bit different for Patrick. Patrick likes Tashi, she loves her. But once she has it, it's like, I know who I am. Does that make sense? I don't need to live off of your world. I don't need to worship you to give what I want. But for art, it's like, I will worship you. I will always love you and worship you. You get, so that's the type of person art is.
Yeah. So basically, and then what happened? I think Tashi had an instance within the match that she was playing, and obviously, guess who? Opportunist.
Of course.
Art was like, obviously came running to Tashi. Oh my god! Like playing the whole, sorry, this kind of thing, being sympathetic and whatnot. Then when the actual boyfriend heard Patrick, he came running to come as his girlfriend, and then the way Art just looked at him,
Get the fuck out.
as in,
Yeah.
like it was almost like you caused this, but it was like
It was
bad.
It was obviously, Art is not a G. He's not a good friend.
No.
And the thing is, for Art, in that moment when he realized that Tashi was injured, Patrick was not at the game. He already knew they had a fight. And she was injured.
So he saw it.
He was there with.
That's so true.
He was there with her.
Because he was looking around, knowing that okay, he wasn't there.
But he texted him.
Oh,
It was like, not coming to the game. We had a big fight.
Oh,
So obviously, already knew they had a fight.
Yeah. So
and then
saw it
yeah.
And there's no. It's a yeah. It's a
Yeah. So when they were at the hospital, and then obviously we don't know what's happening between Art and Tashi. We don't know what Tashi has said to him. Yeah, but we know that once Patrick came, for Art, it was like, it's time for me to step in. Does that make sense? And
look,
that's right there.
Look at this magnificent gift.
Yeah. And that right there is not a G.
No.
A G would go to your guy.
Yeah.
Can you go off a minute?
Yeah.
Tell her she's angry.
Yeah. I talked to her.
Like, even though you like her,
Yeah,
you still want
when
to
you
preserve your, your
course,
friend's
your
relationship.
friendship.
Obviously, this is
Yeah.
a dig. This is a dig that just wants the girl. That doesn't care what
Yeah.
happens
No,
if
it
it gets
doesn't.
the girl.
Yeah.
And I think a bit of that is because it feels like he looks down on Patrick. He's not somebody that's responsible for himself. He's not get married and settle down. He's G gets. So for him, it's like, I can't even believe Tasha's with him in the first case. So there's that sort of resentment and looking at him in a demeaning way. G get that already exists. So that already exists. So that was just a reason for him to get on. Yeah, I tell Patrick to get the fuck out.
Yeah.
That's
And
it.
that was the last
And it was that scene. That scene was like I would actually inciting incident that we just spiraled all the relationships that existed apart from Art and Tashi, obviously. And so Art is obviously, like we said, Art is somebody, she wants to have Art as a friend. Patrick, on the other hand, Patrick is a G.
Patrick is a G.
Is nonchalant in a way.
Isn't no.
Yeah, but he's brilliant,
Patrick is a G, really. Patrick is someone that obviously loves art, and
Patrick loves art.
He loves art. And
he thinks it's the same way Art thinks is better than Patrick. The same way Patrick thinks is better than Art.
Yeah.
But Art doesn't care. Art doesn't think about it. Art doesn't sorry, Patrick. Patrick doesn't care. Patrick doesn't it doesn't mind having Art by his side.
No, it doesn't.
Do you
It doesn't. It doesn't. To quite and it doesn't mind as well that. It doesn't mind as well that like, let's say Art was one that had Tashi from the beginning.
Yeah.
Well, assuming okay, as long
okay with it.
as long as they're still playing tennis and they are cool
and they are
and they both
thriving
in their own sports, being competitive.
Patrick could have been good.
He would have loved it.
Art would have never lived a balanced life.
Yeah. Oh no, it wouldn't have. Even he said it would never.
Patrick was a Tashi.
Oh yeah.
He craves having Tashi, and he craves Tashi's approval, and we saw that all through the scene, literally from the first scene, where she told him that he has to play challenger, whatever, and she walked up, and he was like, "I love you." You get almost like that reassurance.
Yeah.
You get, and then towards the end, when he had to play Patrick, and then he was like, "Will you still love me if I lose this game?" Do you get? Where she said, "What do you think I am, Jesus?" And you could tell that it means so much for art that Tashi loves it. And that's not a relationship, you know. It's not it's not healthy relationship. It's not healthy relationship when you have to do so much for this person to love you or to be there for you.
Seeking approval.
Yeah, when you have to like, you're, you know, they're loving you depends on your productivity.
Yes.
They're loving you depends on how much you can do. It's nah. It's not a way to live. And you want to be with that person for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
Do you get?
And because of that as well, I didn't talk to Patrick for a long
time.
years.
And he had such a good friendship.
It did. Like they were like bros and stuff. I mean, I don't know what kind of friendship. Like that was like a level kind of friendship, like my bro kind of thing.
Yeah. Art is always the guy who needs protection, anyways. So he has Patrick there to protect him. So when Patrick left, he has a bigger Patrick, Tash, to protect him.
Well, it's all pushed Patrick.
If you had to choose, though, if you had to choose, if you had to choose,
as a friendship wise,
no, as in being with somebody.
Definitely.
Patrick or art?
Oh, definitely Patrick.
Like it's for it definitely, but when we delve into Patrick as a person,
the reason why I said ooh is because I know that also Patrick is not the one. Patrick is not someone that wants to marry. It's not someone that you see settling down.
Even if he settles down, he's not stable.
It's not stable.
It's not somebody you can depend
on. Yeah. But I couldn't be with someone like Art anyways. Art is just to it's just to like when someone is totally obsessed with you as a human being, it's not really a good thing. Like it puts a lot of pressure on the other person as well. So I couldn't be someone like Art. No, I think Patrick, yes, just roll.
But you don't have it. You don't have a stable life.
No, I know, definitely. Yeah.
Well,
just end wherever it ends, really. I saw like Patrick, like you always be good friends with them.
Yeah.
But I think with Art is like because they can be quite vindictive. You don't know which way that nigga will switch. Like, does that make sense?
But they will love you. Art will always love. Like if you would sound like Art, for example, and what you are and what you want is stability and a peace of mind. You're gonna have Art for the rest of your life.
That is true.
Does that make sense? He literally knew. This is crazy. This is another level to this. He literally knew Tashi cheated on him back in Atlanta. And he didn't say a damn word.
Okay, no. Okay, let's just switch it now. Art and Patrick were like this. The same way probably felt with Patrick that's what he feels now with Tashi. And then look at the way he treated Patrick.
But it's been with Tashi for how long? It's also a bit different when you're in a romantic relationship with somebody. It's a bit different when they have your child.
That is true.
It's a bit different when they've grown your career to what it is now. Do you get? And they still worship you.
I don't know.
So you love them as a person. You love them as a tennis player. You love them as your wife. You love them as the mother of your child. You love them as your coach. There's so many dynamics.
Quick question. Do you actually genuinely feel like Art is truly happy within the move? That's the thing for me. I don't think he's happy.
There's none of them that we could say was happy.
I think Patrick is probably living half of. I think
no, Patrick is not happy. Patrick is good at putting on a mask.
A mask, yeah.
It's not a facade. Does that make sense? Yeah. Obviously. Come on. He wants to be successful.
I think Art is the one that is able to do that.
No, he's not doing that. Art is who he is. Art is a dick. And we see that train. Patrick is able to feel like, I don't have what I have now, but I love playing tennis anyways. I'm gonna have. Obviously, he wants to be successful.
That's what I'm saying. And that's why
I went to Tashi to say that come and be my coach.
That's what I mean. This is what I mean. I'm saying that I kind of feel like Patrick is living his own true life. Even though he doesn't have the money and everything.
Was he happy?
It seems like, well, if you're living your true life, then that means like a part of you is happy.
What do you mean by he's living his true life?
Like if he's playing tennis.
No, not at that stage. Not sleeping in his car while he's playing tennis. Not looking for girls on dating sites to sleep in their houses while he's playing tennis.
Yeah.
That's not the life he wants. Obviously, he wants to be a big tennis. He wants to be successful. He wants to see himself on billboards.
Yeah, that's true. I will not date any of them, actually.
If you had a gun to your head.
Give me now. Either way, this would Art would just piss me right off. Just like, just go and do.
I mean, I can
Art will
see
piss me right off.
I can see you not being with someone like Heart
Yeah.
because you don't like to assume the position of a mommy.
Yeah, and like pandering. Because like that's the thing, we can't even have a conversation together and you be like, okay, no, Damien, like let's do it this way. This is why I think that.
Yeah.
Oh no, like, oh, it's definitely a good idea.
You don't like constantly having the weight on you.
No, I don't.
I don't think this.
No, I don't.
I mean, first daughters do. You're a first daughter, but it's not. You don't like it. You like to know that somebody takes care of.
No, but
you like to know that you can depend on your mom to take care of things.
But that is even the thing. Like even first daughters, like yes, we like to like have the position of. It's weird the way we think, which is like okay, I like to feel like I am independent and I can make decisions, but I also like to know that okay, when you need to come in, you actually come in to scoop me up. Like,
but you see, no one like that's you. No, hold on. That's you. It's because you have this level of consciousness. Yeah. It's because you're exposed to this level. It's because you know who you are. It's what you want. I promise you, a lot of first daughters, they just put the weight on themselves. One, then he ask them. As a matter of fact, it used to be like that. When we first met, I promise you, when we first met, you would things that are not your business.
I'll carry
you gladly put it on your head, and then it falls back on your head. Does that make sense?
Yeah, and then I'll start great, and then
you start regretting.
Then weigh me down, and
then it weighs you down.
Make me sick. Like, how can I fix?
Yeah. And then I'm like, why did you have to do that before? Like you didn't have to.
And I think the thing about first daughter is like we like to fix things.
Wait, you like to fix things?
Because that's what we are like. If anyone comes to like, oh, something's happening, like, okay, how something's happening to them, we're like, okay, how can we fix? Okay, how can I fix this for them? How can I help them? Oh, they're so sad.
You immediately want to step in. You immediately want to find a solution.
Yeah, and find a solution.
Forgetting that either you step in or not, everybody will be fine.
Last.
Sometimes everybody will be fine. Last. Do you get?
Last.
But obviously, you would always want to dig your leg in and your hand in and try. Remember, then always like to remove yourself. For you, you're like, to stop this, like just stop.
So why are you doing it?
So it's a first daughter thing. I would say it's a firstborn thing. Because I know, I wouldn't say men are like that as much as women. I don't think so. But I know that a couple.
Do you feel like? I feel like it's because I mean I could be wrong, but do you feel like it's because there's a lot of responsibility placed on the firstborn, anyways?
Yeah.
Women.
Oh yeah.
Women, because it's and I feel like the thing as well, like society has changed now. You know, parents are raising their kids, and I said the girl child should be like, okay, you have to go to uni, you have to do very well in uni, you have to be successful, you have to make sure regardless what happened, like your kids are okay because those kids are going to depend on you. But at the same time, you have to be able to look after the home. You have to be able to cook. You have to be able to like everything has to be.
I also have to think about the fact that
the mom, the girl,
you've been nurtured to be like that.
Yeah, so it's
from 8 to 10 years old as a Nigerian kid. Obviously, it's not like that in this country. But like, as a Nigerian kid, 10 years old, you've been looking after your sister. I know for a fact my brother, for example, has been looking after us. Like 4 other boys.
And it still does.
Do you get? And it's still obviously like, but like my brother obviously having to be in charge. And having to make sure that everybody's okay. Do you get? Like from when he was as young as 10, 12 years old. Do you get? So if you've been like that from 10 years old, for example, and now you're 30, you been like that for what, 2 decades? You just don't drop it. Do you get? It's a power of being. It's really a power of your being. It shaped you into being who you are.
I feel like that's what you've done really well though, to be honest, because excuse me, you've been able to come in and then like shift the way I think or the paradigm or the way I think and everything. You're proud of yourself now.
You know, I'm glad. Well, like that. That's what we do.
So that's what we do. That's how Star do. But so I think you've been able to change that. And I think the level of like dependence as well. So it's like I depend, like you said, like just depend on me. Like why can't you depend on me? And I think it's that thing of like, oh, how am I gonna depend on this person? Well, like I've been
always want to be in charge.
And then this part depending on me. So
and
how do I shift that?
That it takes time.
Trust.
And that's the type of person Tashi has always been. Now being with someone like Art who needs to depend on somebody anyways. Do you get?
But the thing
Tashi
about
would
women,
assume a full
yeah.
role, obviously.
But the thing about women is that it never lasts because like there's a point like where you feel like I'm just tired. I genuinely want someone to just help me right now. I need someone to just come in and just scoop me up and just tell me that everything's gonna be all right. I'm gonna fix this. So even that's why I said that even though like yes, firstborn, we think that okay, we can do this and we're strong with this and with that. At the end of the day, like you genuinely just want someone to just come in and be like, this, I'll fix this, I'll fix that. And then when you gain your strength and you want to flex again, just okay, go and flex your muscle. I will shall be here, shall come back. Like that kind of thing.
True.
Well, yeah. Let me ask you a question. Like, would you date someone like Tashi?
Tashi?
Yeah.
No.
This one doesn't like stress.
No. Tashi is she's too controlling.
Yeah.
I can't take somebody who is controlling.
Yeah.
I can't have you always
pinpointing and
having to want to have your way.
Yeah. I think as perfect with Tashi.
Yeah, like you want to tell me how I want to do it, or I have to. Obviously, I love you and I adore you, but you having to depend on that.
Oh yeah.
And having to, like that. Actually, it's a bit of a symbiotic relationship between Art and Tashi. Art needs to adore, worship, and depend on Tashi. Tashi needs somebody, Art in this case, to love and adore and worship her. Does that make sense? Art assumes that role perfectly. Tashi assumes that role perfectly, which is why both of them can get married, and which is why he can never work out with Patrick. G gets
That's true.
What would you say is your favorite scene in the whole film?
Oh, I know. I've got like the flipping image in my head. I think my favorite one was when. So I think I'm going to ask you a question in a minute. I think the beautiful thing about the movie and the way it was written is the way it goes back and forth.
Yeah.
So they're in the present, then they go back again to the past, and it's just the way they do it. It's just like it's like you're playing tennis, like
Ooh,
it's beautiful.
That's good. That's good.
That's just really good.
Yeah.
And
it's this film. It's a back and forth.
Back and forth, but it's
you're not going to tell that story in a linear.
No,
you have to do the back and forth. That's
it's really So I kind of So the image, my favorite scene has to be when Tashi went to go and meet Art and Patrick in their hotels. They were still like in your college, young.
I love that book.
I think it was the way the cameraman just zoomed out of it. But when I explain it in English, it was just so beautiful. It was just so
No, there is
beautiful.
no way that's
Let me see. Let's say everything. But when I say you get it, okay. And if you don't get it, then that's up to you. But anyways, so what happened was that Tashi was trying to like, she was just trying to like just play this, just sort of like I don't know, play the two of them or just see how dirty they could get really, because she knew that both of them actually really like her. So and she knew that she could only date one of them anyway. So she was flexing her muscle as well, like, I know I'm fine, but let me just play with your heads. And that's what it was doing.
Let's see how far this can
Let's see how far this can go. And
I know he's already asked. She already asked them that both of you have you
and so have some kind of thingy together and everything.
Which was when they all
But I think for me it shows you the power that Tashi has when she was like when she sat in the middle of the bed, she did this, as in the two of them, as in calm, and they were like popping dogs and they both like which like came to
that also shows something when she I don't think she did this. She just wanted to sit down. Though Patrick was the first person to go, not Art. Art doesn't think for himself. Patrick was the first person to go. So Patrick went, sat down. Then Art is like, imagine dollar. There's something. Then Art now also went there. It doesn't make the first move. It needs something.
Someone to pull him in. Yeah. So they started kissing and everything. Then somehow, this Tashi babe, she just removed herself from it. And guess what? Art and Patrick were basically like going out into a kissing
each other.
and it was just so brilliant the way the cameraman just basically like it just like zoomed out. I was like, nah, this Tashi girl.
Cinematographer.
The cinematographer.
Cameraman for the cameraman just sounds insulting for like that type of role. Or that type of
Okay.
that is really answer the cinematographer.
Okay. That's
If I was
he's more technical. I am not technical.
If I was a
I'm learning.
cinematographer in that film, so one but to pay the cameraman, I would see.
You're like, wicked of there is this one. Do you know how much I got paid for this role?
That was drug ID.
Okay, so cinematographer. That is beauty about this thing actually. He's very technical. I'm not.
Very.
Well, you okay, but you're more technical than I am.
Obviously.
So obviously, yeah. So, but I like talking about the feelings of the movie, how you feel and whatnot.
I think one thing you also do well that you don't even know is you point things out that even I don't see.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? You're very good at analyzing characters, analyzing stories.
Yeah.
Why characters do things, so characters actually get, which is nice. Which is a really good balance.
Yeah, it is.
Between us.
Yeah. So basically, the way the cinematographer just zoomed out and again, and I have to. Can I have two? I think I might have to. And I think another one was basically the end. So
the last scene.
The last scene. I think for me that was probably like one of my favorite one as well. Where when they were playing the tennis forth and back, and they were clearly looking at the
music in that.
The music, the score. Like, yeah, it was good. Really,
the music. There are so many things that would do well at the Oscars, for example. With challenges. But first off, the music do really well. I'm not sure if the music will win. I've not seen Gladiator 2. Gladiator 2 is like, it's gearing up to be that film that will take over at Holly Awards, obviously. It's also Sing Sing with Coleman Domingo and a couple of other films. But I know if Challenges doesn't do well, I think Challenges would do well in terms of Zendaya's performance.
Yeah.
Mike Faist's performance, that's hot. And the music, G gets. I know the music would do really well. If not even G gets. Yeah. And for me,
what about you?
Yeah, for my favorite thing, is the scene in the sauna. Scene in the sauna.
When Patrick was done being his like his being dong.
When Patrick came in naked and all that. It's just the scene brings film together.
And do you know what? Yeah, it's sorry to that's true.
The film brings that scene brings the whole film together. That is where we get to see who they are.
Yeah.
That is where we see what they think or feel.
Each other.
Yeah, what they think of each other.
That's where I saw art. I saw art in like
you understand art more.
The way it was
proud.
Like,
She's like, who the fuck are you cheating at, Tashin?
I'm like, see, that's the thing as well. Like, when you were saying that art is this puppy dog thingy, art is an undercover person.
No, because you're a puppy dog doesn't mean you can be proud now.
No, as in this art knows what it's doing because the way it sat in that sauna, the way it spoke in that sauna, Patrick was a baby. The way he even spoke to him is like, you're this, like, I'm not, I've grown up.
It's something. It said something when Patrick said something about the fact that both of them are playing in challenges.
Oh, yeah.
It said something that was really hurtful.
Yeah.
It was like, that's the thing. I'm just visiting. This is where you
live. Yeah.
Oh no, that thing was beautifully written. That guy, he was on some fucking way. That scene was good because we could really see both of the characters. We could see what they think of each other, and I respected Patrick a lot in that scene because it was even Patrick that made the move for them to talk. And Patrick asked a question. I think I asked you that actually this is true. When Patrick was like, think about it, why do you hate me?
Yeah.
Like, why do you hate me so much?
Yeah,
you have to think about it like, you took my babe.
Yes.
You're resenting.
And now you're not talking to me.
It's boy or hell. Like, emotional. Do you get like, you just realize that Art is just a proud motherfucker. You get. And that's really, it brought me closer to Patrick. You guess. And
because
I'm even happy that keep fucking his wife. Like we living our back to back. Do you get?
That is not correct.
Yeah. So it was like for me, like you could tell that Patrick still craved for that relationship. He craves for that relationship. I don't think Patrick has a lot going on in his life, and he's left his home, trying to do this whole tennis thing. You get, he doesn't have Tashi, he doesn't have heart. You get, it's just
I
like
think most importantly, he doesn't have art.
most importantly, he doesn't have heart.
Yeah.
He would Patrick is that guy that would, if he's asked, if they put a gun to his head, for example, art or Tashi, easy art.
Oh yes, art. Yeah.
For art,
Yeah.
Patrick or Tashi,
Yeah.
kill Tashi, right?
Oh yeah.
Sorry, kill Patrick, right?
now.
I'm gonna be hard.
Yeah.
Do you get?
Yeah.
And that's the question was like, why do you really hate me? And that makes a lot of sense that there was no reason why Art should hate or resent this guy. He never really did anything to Art. He had Tashi, both of them fought, which had nothing to do with Art, obviously. It's the relationship.
Yeah.
And Art, as an opportunist, came in and then
it went right in. Be careful of opportunist people.
There was a scene I also wanted to talk about. The scene where Patrick told Tashi to come outside and they had that really nice, interesting chat. And where Patrick said to Tashi, will you be my coach and all that? And Tashi said something there. That was such a good line, you know, for our character to say. When Patrick was like, you know I'm going to beat him. Yeah? And Tashi was like, even if you could beat him, he wouldn't change anything. And that was such a good line. But if only it was true. Does that make sense? If that line was true, that would have made such a good characterization for Tashi.
Yeah.
In terms of, there is more to me
than just tennis, but we know that.
But we know that that's a lie.
That's a lie.
So she said that lie in such a believable way. Even if you could beat him, it wouldn't change anything.
It was confusing.
But that's a lie.
The one with
It would change everything.
Yeah.
If he lost that game, like it needs Art needs that challengers to revive his career.
Yes.
And get 1 or 2 more years of being a major champion and all that. And Tashi needs it more than Hart needs it as much.
And he knows how. He knows that whatever you're saying, you're just bullshitting. And the thing as well is because Tashi also has this thing with Patrick that she will never really give him the satisfaction.
Yeah.
To be like, okay, like I also need you as well.
Yeah.
She wouldn't.
Yeah.
It's that thing of like I know, like I also know you as well.
Yeah.
I'm not going to make it easy for you. Yeah.
True. It's a crazy dynamics between the 3 characters. But in general, I think it was really well written. Like the 3 characters, they were really well written. The characterization was really good.
Yeah.
It was clear what they were going for.
Definitely.
And it is literally a classic Luca Guadagnino movie. You know, like the whole of Trago thingy.
Yeah.
You get
the music as well, the score, the way he's done.
The score was beautiful. That's one of the most beautiful things from that film.
It was like your heart was beating as well. And when they started doing the music.
There's this thing they do when damage or something critical is about to happen, the music starts at the main challenges
it's not like, you know how like when you're watching a movie, then it's like it's not like that. It's I can't.
It's really good. The story is really good. The cinematography is really good.
It's really good. And the actors and the actors the music performance.
I want to dialogue.
As in, and like the way they were playing tennis, it was like it was like, okay, do these people actually play tennis in real life?
So read the film. What would you give the film over?
So what would I give the film? I would definitely give it a 8 out of 10.
8 out of 10.
Yeah,
that's right.
And I think the reason is because of that. Like we didn't see more of the characters. I think we just saw. It was just it was almost one dimension. Yeah, like we didn't see Tashi being the mom to a child. Like it was almost like that was just put there, really, like a just like, okay, she's a mom. I mean, I said the child. Yeah, so we didn't see more of it. So I think an 8. I think an 8 because like the other stuff they gave us though was very juicy and very good.
Yeah.
So
who would you say is your favorite character?
Oh, I feel want to say Patrick because I kind of feel like the way the character was written, That's why I like
I will
it.
watch it. Favorite character.
But I think Zendaya, Tashi actually did it.
Yeah, King's Marriage good. She carried the human out.
Oh, she did. Yeah. Like when I think about Zendaya, I see as like this. Obviously, you know, a grown woman and everything. But like I think that the character she played was very grown up, very mature. Just not really way. She played it really, really well.
I don't know how they did it because
Yeah, she played it really.
she didn't have makeup or whatever.
No, what
What does she must have? She must have had. I mean, these guys are professionals. She must have had some form of makeup that makes her look older, but we don't even see.
Yeah,
Don't see it.
you don't.
But
Yeah,
but when she already well, what's the way up to you? I was going to say, just the way she walks, the way she talks, don't feel like the way she was you. With pacing, it's so much that goes into making sure that it looks right.
She did a really, really good job. She's saving the idea.
Yeah. I would rate the film. What I would rate the film. I'd also give it an 8. I would say. I think it was really good. I think the characters were good. They all did well. The music was great. Cinematography was great. The directing was great. The sequence script is tight. Yeah, that it has so many good parts to it. I also think the characters, especially Tashi, is a bit one-dimensional. We could do more with seeing them in a different way.
Yeah.
I can almost predict what Tashi would do next.
Yeah.
When they were out and Patrick gave her his number and she was, I'm not gonna call you, I don't need your number. Then as she was walking off his slow-mo, she put the number in her pocket.
Yes, that's nice. She did not the master the action.
Yeah, putting the number in her pocket. I know immediately. I know there'll be a scene where it's actually staying up at night looking for that number.
Yes.
As calling in.
Yeah.
I know that will happen.
Yeah.
And that happened. Do you get? Yeah. So you can almost predict the characters in a way. Yeah. I mean Tashi more than any of the other characters. Yeah. So I'll give it an 8. I think it was a really good film. Yeah. I think it would do well in like other awards, Golden Globes, BAFTA, Oscars and all of that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the last thing we do at the end of each episode is we recommend 3 films for you. So recommend 3 films related to the
We've watched.
now we've seen. But the first one we're recommending is Sandra Luca Guadagnino film, which is really good. A Bigger Splash.
Yeah, big open clashes.
Yeah, it's also a love triangle.
Yeah.
It ended a bit. The end is a bit darker.
I didn't really enjoy that one. You really loved it though.
I love The Biggest Splash. She did, and I don't know why you did. I think it was the mood you were in. I think you had had some wine. Was it rare? You were just playing me. There is a slow burn.
Bro, yeah, I think.
Yeah.
How long was it? I felt it was just super long.
No, but I feel like that was really good.
Even.
The Biggest Splash is actually really good, and I'm surprised you don't like The Biggest Splash because The Biggest Splash is a type of film.
But yeah, when
Yeah. Why don't they delve into that?
I mean, that's
The Biggest Splash. You should see The Biggest Splash. And the second film we're recommending is Fair Play.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a more popular one. It's a Netflix. Fair Play. I think The Biggest Splash is on Amazon Prime, but I think you have to pay £2
Yeah.
to wait or watch. I'm not sure. So yeah, Fair Play is on Netflix. Fair Play is it's not exactly, it's not a love triangle, but it's similar to this, and it's a good watch. I'll say it will be a good one.
Just really enjoy it.
Yeah, you could tell it was written by a woman. Yeah, but it was the cute feel. And the last one, which is much darker than the rest of them, is Unfaithful.
Unfaithful.
Do you remember Unfaithful? We saw Unfaithful in Nigeria.
Nigeria, yes.
Unfaithful is here. Don't remember the year now. And Unfaithful is a lot darker than the rest. Yeah, 2002. Yeah, it's a bit more erotic than the other films. It's nice. It's I don't want to go.
Yeah, let's not.
But it's a lot darker good than the rest of the other films. But it's good. I think some 3 really good recommendations based on challenges.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
If you have any law, then let us know because we love to watch movies this week.
yeah, you can have anything that looks like challenges. Either a sports film or what's it called? Or a love triangle, whatever. Put in the comments to let us know. But for this, you should watch challenges if you want to. It's a nice film. Yeah. So the 3 films are recommending for you to say, face off films I like.
Yes.
A Bigger Splash, Fair Play,
And Unfaithful. Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, thank you for watching. We hope you've had a good time.
Yeah.
And if you have any recommendation, definitely let us know as well.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I had a great time. I literally did not enjoy this as much.
Yeah.
Because I'm usually behind the camera. I'm not usually in front of the camera.
And I'm not usually in any.
You're usually in front of the screen.
Watch it.
But it was nice. I guess it's more comfortable talking about it with you.
Yeah.
Because I'm comfortable with you.
I get to.
Yeah. So it bring a lot nicer and I've been a lot more relaxed than if I would be. So yeah. Look forward to the next episode and
Love you all.